It's it is really amazing to me that the adversary has been so clever and so cunning to convince people because we talk a lot about comfort and complacency and how these can be just the death knell for so many people spiritually, and there are so many people in and out of the church, if I'm being completely honest and totally blunt about it, but especially out of the church, who are just like, oh, the Lord doesn't need to do it that way anymore. The Lord doesn't have to have, a priesthood authority doesn't really matter. It's all about how you feel, or it's spirit of the law, not letter of the law. Okay, understood. There's truth to that. But then this whole idea, this whole concept of, well, we don't have to do any of that stuff anymore if it's in your heart already. Just this very vague, very ambiguous, just if you're a good person, if you accept Christ, if it's in your heart, then you don't have to actually formally do anything. You don't have to actually physically have any outward witness of what you believe. What apparently is your your theology and your dogma. And that's so. Oh my gosh, that seems like it's such a hurdle for people to get over when you try genuinely to talk to folks about the restoration and about covenants and ordinances and priesthood authority and like a real order to the Lord's kingdom. And the adversary has been so clever at just getting people to believe that, well, it's in my heart and my heart is good, so I'm good. Like everything is fine. And I look at these people that we're reading about, and they were very much not that way. Like kind of, having the Savior in your heart, so to speak, like that was just kind of a given, like, oh, everybody should feel that. But like, how do we be true disciples? Right? Ultimately, it feels like that's what they were seeking.
Well, they looked at the New Testament and said there's
discipleship.
Structure here.
Yes, that's right.
Why did that structure cease to be? Why do we not have it today? Because Christ, pretty sure he did it right the first time.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of them knew, like, we don't seemingly have, now whether they accepted Joseph Smith and the restoration or not, there were a lot of people who understood that, like, what we have doesn't seem to fit what Christ established. And I just wonder sometimes today why, and maybe it's just the fact that people are so deceived because they don't truly study and understand the New Testament. Maybe it's just that simple. They know the core tenets, they know the baseline stories and parables, but they don't truly understand how Christ was setting up his kingdom for when he was gone. So they don't even know what to look for today. They don't even know how to recognize that today. So maybe it's even deeper than what I'm talking about now. But it really bothers me when you just consistently hear over and over and over again, like, well, it's in my heart. It doesn't really matter. I don't really have to go to church. I study my Bible at home. Or you don't really have to get baptized. If you choose so, it's nice. It's a good thing to do. But I mean, just this whole concept of like, it's in my heart, so it's real kind of thing. Like, that's not true discipleship.
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.